And welcome back from the intermission, everybody. That was an unfortunate series for the Foxes Academy team. But now, here, we get to see that the Foxes can get retribution for their ACAD team. We're now in Champ League, Wolves versus Foxes. I'm still Lars Newt. I'm still your color commentator, excuse me. And joining me still is Vitality for the play-by-play. So, Vitality, what's your prediction?
Well, it's good to know that I'm the European team. That's good to know that I am Team Vitality. Let's go. My prediction. Let's look at these records. Foxes. We're gonna go with the stats again.
You're going to pick Foxes? I had imagined if you were going to pick Foxes for a particular stat, but I won't go too deep on that one. Wolves 4-16, Foxes 6-9. Wolves actually, despite having enough games to win a series, have not. They're 0-4 for series, as opposed to the Foxes 1-2. So I guess, yes, if you're going to go with stats, then Foxes are the obvious pick, and that is what has led you to success in the past with the Wolves over the Foxes in that last series. I don't know. I think this is a little bit closer. I'm hoping this one's going to be a little closer than the last series. It was unfortunate to see, but there's only one way to find out, and that is to hop right into the action here for game one of our best of 5 series.
Yeah, and something that I wanted to point out actually is that Zeta and I think it's Lack. I think they're both playing. No, it's just Zeta. Zeta is top 10 in demos currently in the MLE. So I wonder if he's going to get really physical really quick. So we'll see what happens here in this series. Things obviously moving up to Champ League, so are going to be a little bit faster. Wolves trying to start out quick. Foxes again as well. This is going to be a mistouch on both players. And Zeta going to put this one off the back wall. That's a good pop-up, but his teammate not ready for it. Eric with a good demo. He's going to have a free shot on net. He can't get around in time. Gets the bump and then somehow makes it work. It's 1-0 Wolves.
One of those scenarios where sometimes you mistake too good, touching that down a little awkwardly, but it's enough to get it around Zeta and then over Vojo for that first goal of the series, that ever important first goal of the series.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works, but it worked for Eric, and you know what? That is, again, definition. If we take those, it's going to be another try on net. A good attempt there. Zeta not able to make contact now again. This is going to go up the side. Eric going to put it into the midfield. Vojo getting dunked. Zeta going to get a touch to the sidewalk. It's going to be a good pop into the midfield. Eric now with it, but that's going to be popped over him. And a good dunk there from Zeta. It's going to try to go into the midfield, and both Fox's players make an attempt at the ball, but they don't really go. But just about a minute and a half gone in this game number one. What are you seeing so far?
Honestly, not much. I think we're still sitting in that little bit of a feel it out period. Both teams getting their shots on offense, both teams getting an opportunity to show off some defense, but it's been pretty quick back and forth. A little bit less dump and chase as we see the Wolves dump that one out to Vojo right there. But a couple of rounds around on the offensive attack, a little bit of pressure. Be nice to see a team really settle down and pepper the net, but no one's had a really good look so far with a really nice shooting opportunity. It's just kind of been carry it from one end to the other.
Yeah, I agree. It has been a little bit solo play-ish, but we'll see how things go move forward in this one. Nerves might be a thing. They might be trying to do their best to make plays, but you never know. Stream nerves always get to you no matter what. That's going to be a good 50 and a good challenge on the sidewall, but gets beat to that one. Vojo, good try. Just fakes the challenge. It goes for the boost. It's a great play from him. Going to go into the corner again. They're clear out. Zeta gonna pop this one high. Put this one off the back wall. Vojo gonna try to get a touch, but gonna get dunked away. Eric gonna have a free shot. No! Unable to make contact, and the Wolves only stay up 1-0.
Despite that threat towards the net, we've seen the Wolves a few times. Sorry, I thought maybe a shooting opportunity there. We've seen the Wolves a few times just kind of dump the ball downfield towards the Foxes' end. And that's not going to work in this Champ League. Barring, slipped off the controller, nice little flick, but Eric, good defense. Barring some, I slipped off the controller or accidentally feels flipped, Champ League, that's not going to work. The players are going to be much better about rotating back and defending, and that's going to be so easy when you give them that much time to clean it up. But Zeta looking for that bump and demo, and it's going to be enough to open it up and give the Foxes the equalizer.
Yeah, just the threat of the demo. A fantastic job of spooking that last defender, forcing Eric to kind of make a last-second challenge, really unable to get a touch on it. And unfortunately, the last defender not able to get a touch as well, as this is a perfect flick off the crossbar and in, and the Foxes tie the game at 1. Now, Foxes trying to do their best to get ahead in this one is Vojo. Take control. Not the greatest touches. It's going to go in the midfield as Zeta has to bail out his teammate a little bit. It's going to be a miss and a pass off the back wall. Vojo. It's going to be there. It's good. Beautiful dunk. The Wolves attacker trying to get up in time, but unable to make contact with it. As gets clears to the side, and Eric gets a not a great 50 as it goes back into his corner, and that's a good demo from Vojo. Zeta puts this one off the back wall. Eric, you take control. We're going to try to play his time, but Eric plays it perfectly, and towards the end, the Wolves had the lead.
Foxes just Vojo taken completely by surprise. I don't know if they thought Zeta was back behind them or what that was, but didn't even attempt to challenge that ball and allowed the Wolves to just drive that home. Minute left, that's threatening territory.
It is threatening territory. The Foxes need to find another goal. Hopefully it isn't too late. That's a perfect haul. It was almost a perfect flick just off the crossbar. The Foxes almost caught sleeping again. Zeta gets it past one, but unable to get another touch. It's going to go into the midfield. Vojo and Zeta a little bit awkward, but good job of taking their time. Now Vojo with it now into the corner. It's going to go up high. Good touch from the defender there. Zeta gets beat by Eric. This is going to be another tough play. This is in the midfield. The attack finish off. No, he can't. Vojo has an open net to shoot at, and he's going to tie the game at 2.
It's just a quick turn. That's so unfortunate for the Wolves, having that shooting opportunity, missing the ball, and the Foxes, great job getting that right back down the field to tie this up. 13 seconds to go in game 1.
Now, look, actually, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to cast a curse. 10 seconds left. Wolves going to try to find something here at the end of regulation, but Vojo, if he has anything to say about it, Zeta going to get a touch to the side, and we will head to overtime. Our first one of the series in game number 1. We'll see who gets things started out early here in this overtime. Is this a good kickoff? Zeta with a shot towards net. No, it's going to be just high. Vojo just going to back off, let the defender clear the ball to him. Vojo backing off quite a bit. This is leaving an opportunity in midfield, but Eric not close enough to capitalize, and now Zeta with an opportunity. He's going to pop it up high. He's not going to get greatest of touches. He's going to go to the corner. Zeta getting beat on that wall. It's going to go into the midfield. Vojo can't make the save, and the Wolves win game number 1.
You know, I was just sitting here thinking to myself, we haven't said Aurelius's name yet. We haven't talked about them at all going through this game, but there it is off the wall to claim the win in game 1 of this series. That's a good start for the Wolves, but a much more even competition than we saw out of the last series between the Wolves and Foxes. Looking good so far. I'd like to see, we've got a lot of potential for physical game here. We've got Zeta, top 10 for demos. Lack also is not playing tonight. Aurelius, 1.2 demos per game as well, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you can go a whole series without demos. So averaging greater than 1 per game is kind of up there. So between those two players, really expect to see a lot more physical play. And I think it's what's going to open up the net a lot for these teams. So really embrace it, guys. Lean into it.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, quick math, Aurelius, that means he has, almost on average 6 demos a series. And then on the side of Zeta, I don't want to do that math. My brain's after that one, gone. But no, Aurelius had a fantastic play off that wall as well. I mean, a fantastic solo play. Unfortunately, Vojo wasn't able to get back in time, but the Wolves did a good job of capitalizing on, a mistake, but also they did a lot of what their AL team couldn't do in that first game, in that previous series, is that they created a couple of opportunities for themselves and they capitalized on them, which is exactly what I want to see out of teams, creating your own opportunities and making it pretty. I mean, that's what I love to see.
Yeah, and I think, again, this being Champ League, couple things to watch out for. That corner ball is not going to be nearly as effective. It's super easy to read that ball coming through the corner and defend from that. And then the dump and chase. Teams are going to be much better about getting back, and if you just throw the ball down the field, there's going to be one of your opponents there, now with space, ready to make a play on it.
Yeah, and here we go. Game number 2. Foxes trying to recover from that game 1 loss in overtime. I get something. That wasn't even a game, though. That was a very even game, back and forth. We'll see what the Foxes can do in game number 2 as Zeta puts this one off the back wall. A miss from both players. Is Vojo going to try to get this one over the top, but Aurelius, that's a good challenge. That's a good touch from Zeta. Gets the bump as well. It's going to go down to the Wolves' end. He gets the dunk. This is going to be in a tough spot, but Aurelius able to get a touch to the side, and the Wolves break out. And about 45 seconds gone. Nothing doing so far.
The Foxes team, you can see here, a lot better than their academy counterparts at managing space and making challenges, but it's not enough as the pass from the back wall out from Aurelius, and then Eric, just the easy touch over top. That's a beautifully clean play.
That is a fantastic play. And as you said, the corner play isn't going to be easily readable, but when you got somebody who goes off the back wall and passes it directly down to someone, and both defenders go, it's going to be insanely tough. Aurelius having to dive back and make a save, but he does. And the Foxes needing to find a goal. Almost found one there, but they cleared that one away. And now both Wolves players go for that one, but Aurelius able to get 2 good challenges on the play and at least force things to the side for now. Another good touch. It's going to go up high. Eric. Got a touch towards the net. Vojo. Good touch to the side. Zeta. Touch around to the corner, but it's going to be popped up. Vojo going to get a touch. Try to land on that back wall to stay with it. He doesn't have a whole lot of boost, but he's going to try to take control, get a flick. And this is a perfect flick. It's going to go off the crossbar. Aurelius caught sleeping again, but saved by the crossbar. And this might just go in. It will. Zeta muscling his way through, and it's 1-1.
That's just, it's unfortunate for the Wolves. Zeta, great read with a challenge to drive that one through. Make that physical play, like we said. Get up in the other team's face, and it's going to work out for the Foxes here. It's good to see. Quick note, on the side of the Wolves, this is an important series for them, not just to win the series to get some games, but if they don't 5-0, they're going to be guaranteed bottom of the division. So they need to take every opportunity they can and really secure every game.
And that's something that, we talked about early on last series, is that even though these teams don't play, to a best of, every game matters. That's why they do that, is for playoffs. And this is going to be another opportunity. It's going to be off the crossbar. The Foxes trying to make the best of their own, trying to get a win. But this is going to be a great play by Aurelius on the turnaround. It's 2-1.
Just a nice setup there. The demo coming to disrupt the Foxes, and then Aurelius driving it down, and the easy, nice little flick over the previously demoed Fox, trying to dive in and make the save.
Foxes having one or 2 opportunities of their own, turning into a counter-attack, and Aurelius making sure to make good on that opportunity, and the Wolves right back in the lead. That's a good 50. It's going to go into the sidewall. Eric up. He's going to get a good touch to the sidewall as well. Vojo in a tough spot. Eric trying to get a demo on him as well. Vojo having to get a touch pass, but Zeta with it now. Chase it down the side. Well, he gets a good 50 out of the middle. Both Wolves players go, but it's not going to matter too much as Eric absolutely clobbers that ball down to the Fox's end. Take possession. Vojo gets a good shot towards the net, but Aurelius there for the easy save. And Aurelius now with another try at a solo play, but able to be cleared away. But he's going to get it boxed out. Oh, a miss there from Eric, and it stays at 2-1. The Wolves missing out on capitalizing, and now turned around the other way. Zeta put that one in and tie the game.
This is what happens when you overplay forward. The Wolves scrambling to get back, and not only are you in a bad position, but then you don't get to set up a good defensive posture because you're trying to scramble and figure out on the fly who's going to play where, who's going to challenge, who's going to go back to the net and defend, and it just opens up an easy opportunity for the other team to put that ball home.
Oh, same thing happened earlier on. The Foxes couldn't capitalize on an open opportunity and get capitalized on, and then same thing happens. That's a good 50. Can Eric finish it off? Yes, he can. He will do it this time. The open net doesn't cost him, and it's 3-2 Wolves.
I know we didn't talk a whole lot about Aurelius in the first game aside from that final goal, but Aurelius popping off in this game. Take a look at this stat line here. The 1 goal, 2 assists, and 6 saves from that muscle through to get that center for the assist there, right? We saw right there, to just an awesome defensive effort. Aurelius, man, if they win this game, it is absolutely going to be a huge contribution from them.
Yeah, it's going to be on the back of him for sure. 6 saves. Some people don't go a whole series with 6 saves, but he's got one in 1 game. Aurelius said popping off. He's going to try to get another shot towards net. That's going to be a shot on from Eric. He's going to put this one in. A great pass from Aurelius, and it's 4-2.
Now just keeping record, Aurelius now with the playmaker and 2 savior medals on the game.
Wow. Wow.
Not much to say there. It was just a great pass and then a good read from Eric to come up and slam that one home. And now Foxes at risk of going down another game tonight.
This is a scary spot. If you're on the Foxes, you got to come back now. He's going to goal soon. Bojo not going to risk going up for that one, as Aurelius is going to clearly beat him to that. It's going to be pushed out. Zeta with a nap. He gets demoed for his efforts as Eric gets a great demo and then gets the clear out to Aurelius. Aurelius gets a good pass up, but Eric choosing not to go, allowing Zeta to throw him the ball pretty much, just give up possession. Is this going to go back into the corner? And Wolves just doing a perfect job of wasting time, and with 15 seconds left, they're going to try to score another one, but Eric, again, wasting time, and a miss there from the Foxes. This is going to be another one. The Wolves make it 5-2, and they secure game 2.
That is a commanding win out of the Wolves to extend their lead a little bit here, as much as they have needed to salvage their position in the division. You know, it's unfortunate to see for the Foxes. They're now going to be down 7 games on the night tonight, 2 in a row here for their Champ League team. And you got to wonder where it's falling apart for them. This has been a much more even series than that first series was. We saw a lot more life out of the Foxes, a lot better shooting opportunities and pressure upfield, but it's still not enough. And part of that is, obviously, Aurelius. 6 saves. How are you going to win the game when your opponent puts up, one player from your opponent puts up 6 saves? That's just incredible.
I mean, not only did he have 6 saves, he had 3 assists and a goal as well. Like, the man was doing it all on the field. Like, I don't know what else you want to see, right? Like, he is absolutely popping off. And I mean, Eric did a fantastic job of cleaning up all the passes and all the everything in front. Eric was just like, yep, that's mine. Other than that one open net miss, he made sure to clean things up. And the Foxes, they need to, I don't even know what they need to do. What do you think they need to do in this one just to not lose the series?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Lean into that physical play style. You know, we've seen more demos out of the Wolves than we've seen out of the Foxes so far. Why not take advantage of your status there? You know, top 10 demo player. Lean into it. Disrupt the Wolves. Part of the reason the Wolves are able to score so much and the reason Aurelius has so many assists is because of good positioning and good rotations. So if you take the time to disrupt that rotation, that positioning, it's going to pay off hugely on either end of the field.
For sure. But we get into game number 3. The Foxes on danger of losing their second series tonight. It's going to be another 50 out. Bojo trying to get it past Aurelius, but he can't do so. It's a good pass in the midfield. Bojo can't get it past Eric. Eric up early, And a good challenge is Aurelius now with it. He's going to get the bump. Oh, Zeta almost couldn't make that save. That was almost a fantastic play from Aurelius, but stays at 0-0. About 40 seconds in, the Wolves really bring into the Foxes at this point.
You know, let's talk a little bit about the psychological aspect of the game. As Vojo, we're going to put that conversation on hold. What a flick to thread the needle through the defense and give them the lead in game 3.
He's been on point with his flicks tonight. He's had, like, I think 3 or 4 banger flicks to the top. And I mean, I think 2 of them hit the crossbar, 1 of them went in, but that one, again, just a perfect flick to find it past the defense. And again, gets it past the defense again, but this is going to roll up. Zeta, oh, just a miss on that aerial. Just couldn't find it. Now, Aurelius with it. He's going to put it to the corner. The Wolves trying to respond as quickly as they can, but it's going to be back into their corner. Aurelius, trying to take control. He's going to pop it up. He's going to take control again. He's going to try to get a bump. Zeta coming good touch. Now the Foxes all over each other, though. Might not matter. Zeta able to clear this one out and get the mid boost. This is a shot towards the top left. Aurelius can't get there. It's 2-0.
And now we see the biggest lead we've seen out of the Foxes as they go up 2 unanswered from the Wolves, tucking that away in the far corner. Aurelius not able to get there. Aurelius, powerhouse on defense, but with that placement, didn't stand a chance.
And I mean, he had 6 saves last game, so it just spoke to how good the pressure from the Foxes was anyways. But we'll see if Aurelius can keep up his heroics from game number 2 and hopefully get the Wolves back in this one, as Eric's going to get a good 50, and that's an open net for Aurelius. 2-1 for the Foxes now.
And that is the payoff of taking the challenge to your opponent. That good 50, setting up that opportunity as the Foxes forced to come out and make that challenge earlier and leaving nobody back in the net.
Great play from the Wolves, able to respond quickly. They went down 2, but able to make sure that they don't go down anymore. This is going to be a tough save. Aurelius has to get to that close post, and he does.
You say tough save, but if anyone on this field is going to make it, we know it's going to be Aurelius.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the defensive brick wall last game would not surprise me if he made another 6 saves in this one en route to another win. But the Foxes still with this one now, but Eric able to clear that one out. Boja, touch. It's only as far as Aurelius. Boja taking control. Tries to get a flick up. He doesn't get it past Aurelius, though. Zeta takes control, and then half the game gone. The Foxes have played a lot better in this one, don't you feel?
Absolutely, and both teams, I'm going to give credit both ways, despite the Foxes currently in control, have been looking for upfield passes. Whoever's making the pass has been very quick on the reads. Where it's been falling apart is the pass receiver been a little slow to read it, but there is the equalizer out of the Wolves. Eric, long pick downfield as both Foxes caught out of position upfield.
Yeah, that was a good flick, but Zeta just a bit too slow on the pickup, and Eric reading that flick perfectly, realizing that if he beats that guy, it's a goal. Now we're all tied at 2, and the Foxes, after having a good quick start, going up 2-0, have now found themselves in a tie game yet again. Need to find another goal as Zeta has touched open space. Aurelius missing the boost, but able to get back to it. Eric gonna beat his man. Aurelius tries to get it around him and in, but he couldn't get it into that open net. It was gonna be a tough shot either way, but able to put that one in. Eric gonna pop this one up high. And now the Wolves, pressure starting to mount for this Wolves team. The physical plays trying to break through for this Wolves team with 1.5 minutes left. The Foxes, if you feel like they got to find something pretty quick, or else the Wolves might find a goal.
You know, if you are the Foxes, even is not where you want to be. You need to have a commanding lead with good margins, and there's an opportunity. But Eric, nice job getting back. And now Aurelius, again on the physical play. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we've seen none of that physicality out of the Foxes, and I think that's what's going to be the difference maker. If they can get up there and get not just up into the Wolves' face, but physically challenge them on the field, it's going to open up opportunities much better than what they have going on now. It's right there, Bojo with the demo.
Yeah, perfect demo there. No, he didn't have a whole lot of boost. Probably could have let Vojo have that one, as he had a lot more boost and a lot more time. And the good flick or good shot on, but again, just as you said, they might have the stream open. They start going for demos now, as that's a perfect flick towards the top. Oh, almost good enough to get it in, but off the crossbar, and now the Foxes being stuck in their own half, but with 30 seconds to go, they need to find something.
Perfect flick, except for the part where it doesn't go in the net. Joe challenging forward, now in control down on the offensive end. They just need to finish out these last few seconds. I think if you are the Foxes, you don't want to go to overtime, and it may not anyway, with the Wolves applying pressure back the other way.
Yeah, it may not, as that's another miss. This is a chance for Aurelius, but he doesn't have a whole lot of boost. Eric gets the demo, but Aurelius picks up the corner boost a bit too late, and we will head to our second overtime of the series. And Aurelius, quick shot towards net. Zeta able to take control of that one and get a good 50 to the corner. Aurelius, touch out. Now a flick over one again. Zeta, good touch to this corner, able to keep control of this. Zeta gets a touch, but only as far as Eric. Oh, that's a good 50. That's going to drop right to Zeta. He's going to put it in, and the Foxes get their first game of the night and the first game of the series.
Not over for the Foxes. They have kept it alive here, kept this from being a 3-0 sweep going into the last two games of the series, and allowed themselves just a little bit of breathing room to keep trying to reclaim this, and also take away the opportunity from the Wolves to not be guaranteed last in the division. So, condolences to the Wolves, but a good showing so far. This bodes well for the rest of the season. We're early mid-season, something like that. There's plenty of time for things to turn around and change before we get into playoffs. And remember, you don't have to be the number one in the league going into playoffs. It helps. It'd be great to get a good seed, but just make playoffs. And that means every game matters. We've said it again and again and again. Now, the Foxes picking one up. Finally, what are they going to have to do to pick up two more here going forward?
Do a lot of the same. Try not to get caught out, just like those two goals that happened from the Wolves. They got caught out a little bit too far, and if they clean that, they might be able to take these last two games. But it's a tough ask. I mean, that last overtime goal was I don't want to say a little bit lucky, but it was a little bit lucky. Zeta gets a challenge, and he just kind of flies in, and the ball just happens to 50 over to him. But now, since the Foxes get that win, they get back into this series, and we'll see what they do in the rest of this series. But going into game number four, my brain doesn't work. We're going to game number 4. We'll see what the Foxes can do with this one.
Hey, welcome to the club. I also suffer from dumb head, but here we are going into game 4, like you said. And fellow Castellici loves to say game 4 is where we find out what a team is made of, and that can't be truer than right here, where you've got the Wolves need to power through to claim the series, and the Foxes fighting to stay alive to force this to a game 5 decider.
Yeah, as Eric gets a good challenge in the corner. The Wolves really not wanting to drop this game number 4. They want to end it here. Aurelius with a good pass into the midfield. Eric is there, and the Wolves start quick.
We're seeing that combination come back to life. Eric with a little bit of corner ball manages to touch it over. Aurelius manages to touch it just out far enough to disrupt the Foxes' read on the play and allow Eric to come up and just smack that ball home.
Now, Wolves, a good start to game number 4, and now the Foxes need to find something, need to find an answer quick. Is Eric with it now? I don't know if that was a fake or what, but gets it past the Foxes' defense anyways. This is a tough spot on the back. Well, Eric, what a save from Vojo, bailing out his teammate. They're not getting the greatest of touches, but it might not matter. This is cleared back into the Foxes' half as Zeta is there. Vojo will take control of this one. Not the greatest of touches, but still sticks with it. Aurelius challenges his man. He's going to try to put this one in the midfield. Gets the dunk, but Eric backing off a little bit wisely. You don't want to get caught out. but he's getting, in case of point there, he gets back, he's able to make a good challenge on the ball. Aurelius in an awkward spot, able to make a solid touch to the side. Now Aurelius with a demo on the backside. Aurelius going for a second one. Zeta trying to get a save. He's not going to keep it out. Aurelius will follow up and make it 2-0.
It just goes to show it's not enough to keep the ball out of the net. You also have to control it and make sure you're doing what you want with the ball as it comes out. As it is, leaving it right there in the front. It's just way too easy for Aurelius to come up and finish that shot.
It is unfortunate a bit for Zeta. Didn't get the greatest of touches, but I mean, in that spot, you're panicking a little bit anyways. You got that ball floating towards your net. You're not wanting to get demoed. I can understand it. Zeta, not the greatest of touches again there. And not to call him out too much, but he hasn't had the greatest of defensive touches here, but he's had a great one here. This is a clear, long downfield. This is another shot towards net. Eric having to get a good touch on it to the side, and 2 minutes gone. Fox is down 2.
Ooh, that could have been absolutely disgusting. Remember, this is an official MLE Network broadcast, so if you see something you like, clip it, send it in to either the Discord or on Twitter. I believe it's send it to MLE Sports GG Twitter, hashtag POTW Play of the Week. Send it in, get one of these players. So Balls Guarana, a sponsor of the league here.
I'm not gonna lie, that Balls Guarana is fantastic drink, so you definitely want to try to make the best plays that you can to get that free case. Zeta trying to make a case for it as he's going to put this one to the corner. Got to get this one out in front. Derek is there. He backflips. Aurelius has to come in and make a good clear. Zeta again towards the net. Aurelius gets a good challenge on the ball. Bojo taking control. He's going to flick it over one. This is going to be in the midfield. Eric is there to get a touch the corner. And now it feels like the Wolves are playing super solid on the defensive side and really just wasting time at this point. They know all they have to do is end this game. That's a great play from Aurelius. Just unfortunate. Couldn't put that one in just off the post.
You know, we had the same reaction there as to where did the defense... Eric spawns in front of Aurelius, and the unfortunate bump disrupts both of them and lets Bojo just roll that one home too easy. What I was going to say, though, is interesting. What do we see?
I don't know what's going on. Zeta had a free shot at... I don't know. And this is... in front as well. Coming back to regular Rocket League, regularly scheduled programming, is Aurelius going to take control. 50. I don't know what that about 15-second blip was. Might have switched the channel for a second. Bojo take control. Eric way back there, but he's able to get a good touch on it. But it's right to Bojo. Aurelius doesn't have a whole lot of boost. If Bojo can get a good challenge, he does, but this is going to be out in front. Bojo's got that corner boost, and he's going to put that one in. Beats Aurelius for the punch. It's 2-2.
That is, it's what I was going to say before we saw that little, whatever you want to call what that was, from face-off to corner scramble, is it's great that the Wolves can sit back and burn clock on defense. I mean, we're looking at this. Aurelius has 5 saves, enough for another... Oh, and that's going to be unfortunate. Not much to say. Quick face-off goal, Eric. Nice job scooping that up and finishing it out. But if you let the ball attack your net enough, it's going to go in. It doesn't matter who's playing defense, if it's Aurelius or if it's one of the pros coming down from RLCS. Sooner or later, if you put enough shots on net, it's going to go in. So Wolves, caution, sitting on that back foot and letting the Foxes take their shot, because maybe you'll get lucky and that clock will run down before they get it in, but maybe not, as we see right here. Bojo, the quick touch over top, and then able to just set it home. Nice challenge from Zeta to open up that opportunity.
Yeah, Aurelius and Eric both getting caught out. Both, I don't know if it was just fakes, mind games, whatever. It doesn't matter. The Foxes tied the game, and after getting scored on a kickoff again, have now found their way back into this one, as that's a good challenge, but just wide. And a good demo from Aurelius, but Eric just unfortunately unable to make contact on the ball. Not fast enough to make sure that you capitalize on that opportunity. But Vojo gonna touch to the corner and get that side boost from Eric. Eric back with not a whole lot. He's gonna might get caught out as Aurelius gets demoed. Vojo with it now. Eric has to make a good challenge, which he does, and he goes to the sidewall. Zeta. It's a boom downfield. Aurelius just gonna kill it, and we go to overtime. Our third overtime of the series. Can the Foxes keep their series hopes alive and send us to a deciding game 5?
You know, I was about to say, we don't want, if you're the Foxes, you don't want to go into overtime. You can't count on getting lucky again through overtime to stay alive. You needed to score at the end, but that's where we're at now. Nothing you can change about the past. Can the Foxes turn this around? I've got faith, but it's an uphill battle, and a golden goal for the series is a dangerous place to be.
It really
is down, and Aurelius able to get back and make. If that wasn't counted, yeah, it should have been a save. Psionic's robbing a little bit. That should have been Aurelius's like 6th savior medal of the match.
Yeah, that man has put on a defensive clinic. The Foxes trying their best to find their way through the great wall of Aurelius. This is gonna get saved away by Aurelius again. It's gonna get cleared to the wall.
Vojo's going to want that one back. That was a beautiful opportunity. Aurelius backwards in the net. You had all the control in the world. Just missed touch on the flick allows the save. But here it is with the bump play. But no Zeta to be found.
Oh, Zeta. I thought he got the perfect challenge to put that one into the corner. I caught the Wolves out, but they might catch them out here. The Zeta has to make a good save. And Aurelius giving up all the way to Zeta. The Foxes trying to find something that's popped up. That might be it. We are going to a deciding game 5.
I have no words. I'm sorry. Great play out of Zeta to get that one all the way upfield, and Vojo catching it just in time before it clears the corner of the net to give the Foxes their 2nd overtime win. Yeah, their 2nd overtime win of the series and keep them alive going into the game 5 decider. Vojo, 4 goals and 3 saves, 7 shots, you know, between the two of them, 12 shots on net, but matched by the Wolves with an equal 12 shots and an equal number of saves actually coming out of Aurelius. So it just goes to show how even these teams are and how deserving of a game 5 challenge we have right now. Yeah,
I mean, Vojo obviously he had a fantastic game number 4 as well, but Zeta had a couple of quality touches as well. I mean, he set up that game-ending goal. He set up the game-tying goal as well. And now the Foxes, after what looked a little bleak, you know, we saw the first series where the Foxes went down 2-0 and were not able to fight their way back. But here they've gone down 2-0 and have fought their way back. You know, 2 overtimes nonetheless, but they're back in this one, and we go to a game 5, and I don't think the tensions could be any higher.
Absolutely. We go over to the psychological aspect here with the Foxes fighting on the uphill battle, but carrying the momentum, coming 2 unanswered, and the Wolves so commanding to start this series, but now getting threatened with the reverse sweep that has to weigh on your nerves just a little bit at least.
Yeah, I mean, nerves, whatever. You got to throw that out the window now. You're in a game 5 deciding fact to determine this series. Aurelius gonna put this one into the midfield. Zeta there gets a touch to the side. Eric gets a 50, but this might not be the 50 that he wants. Zeta's gonna have a free shot at net. Aurelius gets the save. Eric keeps it out. Well, Aurelius' touch wasn't enough to keep it out, but Eric fortunately able to bail his teammate out. And 30 seconds in, the Foxes have the best chance so far.
What a shocker, Aurelius with the save. Who could have ever seen that one coming at this point? Almost a little boring had it not been so incredible, given just the consistency on the defensive end.
Yeah, he has put himself consistently in the right spot on the defensive side time and time again. Aurelius again playing this one perfectly, gets it past. No! Vojo with a perfect save on the goal line to the corner, and the Foxes take control, but Zeta not having a whole lot of boost. Vojo not having a whole lot either. It's going to be popped up in the Foxes' end. It's going to be popped to the side. And No defender from the Foxes, a little bit slow on the catch. But
both Foxes were playing that defense on 0 boost. It's no wonder that pressure maintained. But here it is. No one challenging the ball, leaving space. Needed to get to it, but Eric able to come back and put shots on net. Not going to matter as Zeta hammers this out, but the Foxes still playing low boost. Vojo finally scoops him up.
Yeah, Zeta getting one as well. Finally, the first time in about 45 seconds they have boost. Will they make a play? Oh no, that's a miss from the Foxes, and it's 1-0 for the Wolves.
How ironic is it that they spend 45 seconds playing solid defense on no boost, and as soon as they get the ball clear, they get a little breathing room, they get some boost, and the Wolves come back and score. And, you know, it just, I don't know what to say. If the Wolves were going to score, I would have picked it when the Foxes were back. They were low boost. They were giving all of the space in the world, and it comes on that big, long upfield play.
It does. And now the Foxes, I mean, they've been down quite a bit in this series, but they need to find something now again here in game number 5. This is 50 towards the net, but Aurelius is just going to sit back and let that ball roll all the way to the back wall. Zeta, a good challenge in the midfield, but right to Eric, and this is boomed along. This is going to be just wide. But Vojo not getting a touch on the ball, and both players miss, but Aurelius is going to put a shot towards the top. It's going to go off the crossbar. A miss from both players. Eric will put that one in, and it's 2-0 for the Wolves.
I think the lesson we're learning here is the Wolves are super consistent on those scoring opportunities when they're playing out of their own end. We saw that Fox's defense hold stout for so long with that Wolves attack, but as soon as you give the Wolves the ball in their own end, they're very good about carrying it up and out and creating an opportunity to score goals here.
Foxes need to find something of their own now. It's Vojo. Gets it past Eric, and that's going to be an open, and he's going to walk that one in. The lead is cut in half here in game 5.
So unfortunate we've seen now the Foxes channeling a little bit of their ACAD team on that last Wolves goal, allowing the Wolves to score off of a Foxes mistake. But here, Vojo coming right back. Just a gorgeous flick towards net, and then the extra touch that wasn't necessary. That was going home regardless.
But need to have all the make sure that's going in. As Aurelius make sure that one's going in. It's 3-1 for the Wolves.
You know, if the Wolves walk away with the win in this series, Eric, you've had a great series, but I'm giving MVP to Aurelius. But it's not over. 2 minutes, 2 goals. The Foxes have scored more than that. They can make this comeback and get that Game 5 reverse sweep.
They can. As Vojo puts this one to the side while Eric gets another touch. Going to try to put this one into the center. He will do so. Can't get the bump on Zeta. It's a one-on-one, but Zeta doesn't have any boost, and Aurelius just letting him play himself there. Letting him just give away the ball pretty much, and Vojo getting a touch to Zeta, but all the time in the world taken, and now they're in a tough spot as Aurelius beats Vojo to the ball in his own corner, and that's another miss. The Fox is starting to break down on this defensive side. They need to find something quick with 1:25 left.
At this point, you end up in that last 60 seconds, last 45 seconds. They're going to have to start playing a little more risky, a little more aggressive. And while it's what they need to score to tie this one up, it's also going to open them up to getting scored on by the Wolves. So it's going to be a very delicate balance. Fox is doing a good job not panicking low on boost, staying resolute. They just, like you said, they're making some mechanical errors, starting to come apart a bit at the seams, and it's showing as the Wolves make their own mechanical error, and Vojo with a great read to just touch that one home and bring it just that much closer to recovery.
And this is something even the highest level of players have issues with. You playing the miss and then really, really hoping that he misses, just positioning, expecting, hoping that he misses, and he does it well, reads it well, and Vojo gonna put the Foxes within 1, and now Eric on the back side of things, gonna take a good touch, take control. He's gonna pop it out to the side. Lots of empty space over there, but the Foxes now with control. He's gonna pop it over Eric. Gets the demo on Eric as well. Vojo doesn't have a lot of boost though. He's gonna put it in the midfield. Zeta with a shot. Tie game. Foxes.
I have to admit, I wasn't a huge believer. I knew it was possible, but I thought, man, down 2 with a minute and a half to go, the Foxes have such an extremely difficult battle to bring this one back. And it's not over. 29 seconds to go. The Wolves could score again. But wow, just wow.
The Foxes are nothing if not resilient in this series. But now they need to find another gear to close this one out. The Wolves, seeing their lead diminish in the series and the game, need to find a goal to deny the reverse sweep. Zeta, touch to the side. Aurelius trying to get a demo. Eric with a shot towards net. This is dangerous. Zeta has to get a touch. He does. And we look like, unless this ball hits the ground, it will. We're heading to overtime in Game 5, our 4th overtime of the series.
Not just the 4th overtime of the series, but overtime in Game 5 decider for the reverse sweep. You can't ask for more exciting Rocket League.
No, you can't. Who's writing this script? Will the Foxes pull the reverse sweep back, or will the Wolves deny it? We will see. As Zeta, Aurelius having to get a good touch. He does. He doesn't have a whole lot of boost to get around this. He does pick up that corner. It gets cleared out and all the way down. Eric has to get it clear. He gets a pop-up. Not the greatest of clears is Zeta. And he get a touch towards the wall. Zeta with another opportunity, but he doesn't have a lot of boost. Used it all to get that touch down to the ground. Aurelius trying to go for a flip reset, but not able to get that flip back. Svojo takes control. This is an opportunity now as Aurelius. Oh, he has to get a touch, and he does. And now he's on the other end. He's going to beat his man, and Aurelius denies the reverse sweep. The Wolves win in Game 5.
Wow, that again, the name that we barely even mentioned through Game 1, showing up here big time at the end to secure that series-winning goal, save them from the reverse sweep, and allow the Wolves to walk away with this series. Wow. I guess I don't have a whole lot to say. That is, by the way, the first series win of the season for the Wolves. So congratulations. What a hard-fought victory. Wow.
Wow. Wow. We are in shock here. I mean, that was a fantastic series to close out the night on the second train. I don't have words. That was,
well,
I mean...
I got some words, and it's really just to say goodbye, which is thank you for joining us here on MLE Sports GG2. We've had a great time casting, and what a series to end on. Thank you to APM Music for presenting these awesome Rocket League. It's a little scramble brain after everything that we've had happen here. But I've been Lars Nude. I've been your color commentator. Thank you for joining me. Joining me here has been Vitali, not Vitality. We don't have the entire team here sitting with us. It's your play-by-play commentary. If you're not a member of MLE Sports, I hope that this last series was enough to convince you how exciting it is to be a part of this community. MLEsports.gg/apply. Head on over, fill out an application. And thank you for joining us. Stick around for the raid over to MLE Sports GG, where we've got more action coming your way.